From my understanding, it's her siblings that she has been talking to about this.
Yes.
So,
what kind of healing is it?
Alternative medicine daw eh.
Is it acupuncture?
I really have no idea. I'm sorry. Okay. I would tell you if I knew.
Yeah.
In fact, I plan to find out more when I get home after the interview. Ano. Pero, yun nga, we want to wait first. Ano sasabihin ng mga doktor?
Okay.
Will you be allowed? And what are the limitations if you go to work or if you go to the district? She really wants to go to the district, especially because, lalo-lalo, she's very worried about those who have been affected by the floods. Diba? Binabaha pa rin yung Pampanga. And many of them, even if they are not from her district, many of them also run to her for help. And well, of course, she misses Pampanga. That goes without saying. Dahil hindi lang niya distrito yun, ano? Talagang sa kanya, yun yung happy place.
Oh, yun yung...
di ba?
Yun yung happy place. I like how you said that. Yun yung happy place.
So, yun nga, even if she's raring to go back to work, but then again, she's still limited by her ailments. So kami, we think dapat hintayin muna natin siguro kung ano sasabihin ng doktor.
Now, how difficult is it for you, the siblings, to be facing this? I mean, your mom clearly can handle herself. She's been president of the Philippines. But the siblings, I mean, she's one of the most, forgive me for this, she's been called unpopular, she's vilified, she's been called many names. They say one of the most corrupt. And then going out of veterans, you saw how the militants were hounding on the coaster where your mom wasn't even, but where your mom wasn't even there. It was the apos.
Well, ano yan eh, we follow the lead of our mom. As I have always said, no, our mother is a very strong person. She may be frail physically, but emotionally and spiritually, she's a very, very strong person. And when you see that, nakakahawa din yan eh. And basically, with all these things happening to the family, ipinapasa Diyos mo na rin yan. Because my mom has always told us, and in fact, not just her, no, even my grandfather, the former president, Estado Mapagal, he always said na, ito ang buhay na papasukin mo. This is part of it. Not everyone will like you. There will be many people who will like you. But there will also be many people who will not agree with anything you say at all. And so that's part of it. Tanggap na namin yan. Ang nakakalungkot lang minsan is like, yun nga, yung kahapon, I understand perfectly that everyone has a right to protest. Everyone is entitled to his or her own opinion. Pero to start banging on the coaster, tas may mga bata doon, mga babae yung nandoon. I mean, kailangan pa bang gawin yun? Diba? Pero siguro naman may mga limitasyon. Pero, well, be that as it may, alam naman namin talaga na, ayan, lahat yan, all this is part of what the life that we have chosen.
What about you? How do you handle haters?
I ignore them, basically.
You do? Because apparently you're even on Twitter. I'm impressed.
Well, ano naman yan eh. What's important is we follow, we just concentrate on what we do. Our work.
But they ever
the work
answer
that
back?
keeps us busy. To whom? Depende.
To whatever.
That depends.
I mean, Twitter's such an open space.
You can tell when it's a sincere question or it's just someone out to, out to try to humiliate you or whatever. Pag ganyan naman, well, the important thing is if there are people who do not think we are too popular, let's put it that way. If there are people who don't really like us, there are also many, many, many people who appreciate the family, who appreciate my mother, who appreciate our work. And there are also many, many supporters. And so it balances out. It balances out.
Do you think your mom could have handled some things differently?
Well, I really don't know.
Okay.
Maybe she could have, or maybe that was the best way to handle things already. Well, that's there's nothing we can do about anything now.
Okay.
In the way things were handled in the past. Kasi hindi mo na rin mababawi yan. What's important is, wala kami, especially with me as the congressman of my district, whatever happens, all these distractions, basta diretso lang yung trabaho.
No,
and that's what my mother used to do. During her presidency, di ba, there were also many critics, aside from a lot of the supporters also, ano, there will always be critics. Okay. But what she did was, tuloy-tuloy na yung trabaho niya. She really drowned herself in her work.
But there is a plunder case against her right now. I'm curious, you know, Estrada, former President Estrada, was convicted of plunder. Do you believe your mother is answerable? I won't ask guilty. I'm sure you're going to say no, but is answerable to the charges of plunder?
Just like this last yung electoral sabotage.
Yes.
No? The mere fact that my mother was allowed to go out on bail, it shows that the evidence was very weak. And in the same way, in the same vein, we believe that, and the lawyers are there. They believe also that all these other cases are just as weak. And so the lawyers are ready. I mean,